Am I on tone? Wrong kind of tone, my bad.
That's on camera now, so.
Perfect. You can use whatever you'd like. What's up, Print Hustlers? Matt from Printavo here today at Sound and Fury. Now, we have this come up every now and then where somebody wants to have a tone-on-tone print. Now, that means they want to have it slightly darker than the shirt that it's on. Now, usually not too hard. You see the shirt, you pick a Pantone, 1 or 2 shades darker, you print the shirt, no problem. But what happens if the customer comes in and says, hey, I want tone-on-tone on lots of shirt colors? Well, I'd have to make a darker Pantone for each of these. That's a big waste in the ink kitchen and on press doing color changes. Instead, there's a great trick you can use with tone-on-tone ink that you can make in your shop. Let's see how to do that right now. All right, so this is actually a really simple thing you can pull up in your shop. It's 2 parts of ink. One is gonna be a curable reducer. The other is gonna be black ink. So today, we're using Monarch's curable reducer. Now, this is what you usually add to your ink to thin up the viscosity of that ink. And because it's a curable reducer, you can use as much of it as you'd like, and the ink is still going to cure, meaning it's going to properly dry and bond to that shirt. So what I've done here is in this quart, I filled this completely with curable reducer, and then I used, honestly, about a tablespoon worth of standard black ink. Whatever black ink you have in your shop. Today we're using the Stark Black from Monarch as well. Added that tablespoon in there and blended it up. Now, it kind of looks gray. However, it is pretty much 95% transparent, meaning it's going to print super thin, but what it's going to do is because I have that black ink in there, it's just gonna tint the shade of the shirt to be a little bit darker. So I can use this one ink and use it on any shirt that comes in that blend. Now, it's a darker tone, so if I put this on a black shirt, it's not gonna work, right? You wanna have a shirt color that's not quite at its full spectrum, so not full black, not like something vibrant like that. Greens, reds, all those work fantastic, just not a full black shirt. It won't work, okay? Let's go ahead and give us a test on those 3 shirt colors the customer asked for. Let's go. All right, so I've got my ink in. As we can see, it is really thin and really runny. Again, it's normally meant to be a reducer that you put in your ink to thin it down. So if it's the base, it's gonna be very, very thin. It's gonna run like water base. So I've got this on a higher mesh count, and you don't wanna try to use this on like a 110 or a lower mesh. It's just gonna puddle straight through. So try to use a higher mesh count. I'm currently using a 230 thin thread. I would definitely say you wanna make sure that you're at least a 156 or higher if you're having an ink that thin to make sure it doesn't puddle through. Let's go ahead and give it a test first on this one right here, and we'll try it on the other 2 colors to make sure it works well too. All right, so this one's a little bit darker. I put a little too much black in, but that's okay. We can go ahead and give it a shot. You can decide how much you want to actually show with how much black you put in. So I put about a tablespoon in, maybe a half a tablespoon would have actually gotten me a little better. But let's go ahead and see what it looks like on the next color. There you go, you can see how it is holding that tonal quality, so it looks great on this green. It doesn't look bad. Let's go back and look at that pink again. It does have that kind of like pinkish tone in there, so it is still tonal. It's just a little bit darker than I'd like, so I would definitely recommend that we thin it down for the next one, a little less black, but it does look good, and it is holding the same tonal quality as the color underneath, because like I said, it's pretty much completely transparent ink. Let's go ahead and give it a shot on that last color. Looks good. So I'm not using a gray or a black, I'm just using a little bit of black in that transparent base, and I'm able to have this tone quality for all these different color shirts, right? Looks great on that one, and it does still have the tonal quality on this one too. Like I said, it's a little bit darker than I wanted, but overall, I'm happy with this. I think the customer would be happy too. All right, so we went ahead and used that same exact ink and print on this heather gray shirt. Looks fantastic. Works well on the heathers and any lighter shade. Like I said, just make sure you figure out how much of the black you want to add into the ink. Start with less, you can always add more, right? So it's a little harder to subtract as it is to add into it. Looks great. Give it a shot. In the comments below, let us know how you like to use your tone-on-tone ink, and be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks so much. See you next time.